Hey guys, welcome to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and also realizes that 849 comments is a whole lot to dig through to get a contest winner, but it's worth it. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs, and yes, you did hear that right, 849 comments, and almost every single one of those was a question. There were very few just kind of like, hey, what's up kind of things. So yeah, that was a lot to go through. So if this video comes out a little late on Mondays, that's going to be the reason, but you know what? That's why I love you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. And we are going to announce the winner of that contest at the end of this video because I want to get to those questions. So I also have a couple announcements. Remember, SHOT Show is next week, so it will be a different Mondays video. It's not going to be here in this studio here in front of my computer and all that. We're actually going to be doing a joint task force, friends. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a group of myself and a bunch of other airsoft media people and marketing people that are all kind of in this like loose group. We all go play, if you guys know the community night video games with Insurgency, that's that group. So we're going to do a JTFF Monday. So if you have questions for some other guys in this industry, for example, we'll have guys I think from, I know ASG, possibly KWA, maybe Crytac if we can get him in time. Plus we'll have like Chris Warfighter, Bass, you know, you guys know him, call sign Hollywood, and a whole bunch of other people too. I haven't got the guest list all the way down, but it's going to be huge. So get your questions in here for them for next week. Put them right down there in the comment section and I will get them answered. So now that I got all the formalities out of the way, let's get right into Q&A. The Mini Ninja 8888 writes, hey Jonathan, my question is, what are the top 3 tactics or tips for purely woodland combat? I only have British woodland sites around here where I'm from and no one has YouTube tips about it. P.S. Greetings for Derbyshire, East Midlands, England. So I actually play at pretty much a woodland field, Bad Karma here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's actually turning a little more urban, a lot more buildings been growing up, but for the most of my airsoft play, it's been very woodland. So a couple things that have worked really well for me. One, getting a good camo that matches your zone and match more of the trees, especially if it's an established forest. You want to match more of the stalk of the tree than the actual leaves. So in your case, you may want to look at a little more browns. Again, just kind of look at what's around you. Number 2 is a good one is stay low, really low. You'll find going prone a lot really kind of keeps that silhouette real small, keeps you, when people are scanning and looking for you, kind of off their radar, because the human eye is really designed to look for that silhouette, what a man or a human being looks like. And if you can break that silhouette up somehow, that works well too. The third thing is use shadows to your advantage. Remember where the sun is. Pay attention to those kind of things. If you are being silhouetted, sun's behind you, you are going to be kind of in a bad spot. Try to get in some shade. If the sun's on you, you definitely want to move into the shadows of the trees because you will stand out. I don't care if you have camo on or not. The pink of your face and the pink of your hands are going to jump out if you're Caucasian like me. So those are just some things to think about. So you use the shadows to your advantage. Get the right camo for your environment, something that blends with the trees and the scrub. Don't just look at the leaves and call it that. And again, use prone to your advantage. You will get shot in the face a bit more if you're prone because that's kind of what you're going to be exposing, and it's going to limit your maneuverability a lot, but it's going to give you the ability to sneak up and stay below the eye line of your opponents. Hope all that helps and kind of gives you a little bit of advantage on the fields there in England. Jacob William writes, hey John, I was wondering what your plan for SHOT Show is. Are you going to be uploading while you're there or upload as a bulk when you're back? I'd really like to know so I can keep up and watch. And I have an idea for your next giveaway, maybe some SHOT Show swag. I don't know, but I love the show and keep it up. So yeah, I am going to be doing a mix of both actually from SHOT Show, and I'm really surprised I haven't told you guys this, so thank you for prompting this for me. So SHOT Show this year is going to be a combination of some live uploads or live-ish uploads from the booths. They're going to be more of an overview of kind of what the booth is, and then I'm going to come back and do what I normally do every SHOT Show and edit out my videos, kind of like last year's stuff, and give you guys kind of product showcases of the highlights from the booth. So I'm not going to do every gun in every booth, but anything that's really worthy to see, new stuff, updates, changes, things like that, I'm going to give you what you're used to seeing in front of the green screen on my review product showcase videos. I'm going to give you that same kind of vibe there on the floor, but those will be produced after the fact. But I'm going to be doing some live stuff. I hope it turns out good. If not, it's not going to be anywhere near the production quality that you guys are used to for the live stuff at least, but it'll at least give you that that feedback and that live kind of feel from the floor. So let me know if you guys want to do something else. Oh, and for the giveaways, I love that idea. If I can get enough of that SHOT Show stuff back, I will absolutely do it. That'll be the next giveaway after the one I'm going to announce at the end of this video. Kid Classics writes, hey John, what kind of sci-fi weapon would you like to see out on the field? I.e. Stormtrooper assault rifle, gear of war chainsaw rifle, etc. Thanks for the really informative vids. Keep them up. Super easy question. The BFG 9000. That's it, baby. I want that gun for the airsoft field. One shot, wipes the whole field out, dead rags everywhere. I get to go back up to the safe zone, kick back, relax, and have a great day. Sold. Somebody needs to make that. Seriously. Polar Star, I'm looking at you. Coco Bear writes, I'm all for milsim, but what do you think about themed ops, such as cops and robbers and thugs, instead of always military themes? I think that's freaking cool, and if you look at the way video games are going, you know, a lot of war shooters, but then you've got Battlefield that's doing that hardline, that's the next release that's coming up, that is kind of cops and robbers. I think that would be a really cool national level op. Now I'm not talking like, hey, I'm just gonna throw it on at a local field and you guys are cops, you guys are robbers, and you're still gonna be doing the same thing. I'm talking like you have crews that are put together, and so like your different crews can work together or choose not to do heists. You'll have maybe some like law enforcement, you'll have FBI, like SWAT teams, like HRTs, get some hostage situations in there and have like an overall sweeping thing where it's like a battle for money and territory and gang wars, and get a lot of like role players in there. I think that'd be freaking awesome if executed at a national level really well. I would love to see that. I mean, I think it would be a great change in the whole like the milsim. It'd be more like, you know, I wouldn't know what to call it. What do you call it? Like cop sim or robber sim? I don't know. But I think it'd be a blast. I'm all down for it. Somebody needs to do that like now. Ethan Airsoft writes, Dear John, would you rather dress up as a penguin with dual wielding Echo 1 RDPs or dress up as a lion dual wielding the KWC CO2 Uzi, and why? Thanks, love the show. Keep up the great work. Ethan, penguin, hands down. And it's not just because I love penguins over lions, because penguins are pretty freaking cool. I would do the RDP simply because you have an AUG-based system and higher capacity magazines, and if you're going to dual wield, you're going to want to have a little more ammo because reloads are a lot more challenging. The CO2 would be fun, but if I'm going to be dual wielding, the kick of the CO2 gun is also going to kind of take you off target, especially using my offhand and trying to dual wield and get shots on. So kind of one of those volume of fire, less recoil. I want to use that to my advantage. So yep, penguin all the way. SMB Airsoft writes, hey, I was wondering, I saw a guy using Riot Shield in a game. It was huge. It was very unrealistic because it was just moving cover with a hole in it for his pistol. He got loads of kills and killed me. What do you think about Riot Shields? Honestly, they start fights. They're terrible. I mean, I hate to be like so negative about Riot Shields, but in the way I've seen them used at fields, kind of like you said, is moving cover, and considering that they're nowhere near as heavy as a real Riot Shield is, and they can take infinite number of rounds and give you this incredible advantage, where in the real world, a real Riot Shield won't give you that much of an advantage. I think that it just doesn't execute that well in Airsoft. That's just my opinion. I know I'll probably get some hate down in the comment section below about it, but I just think a Riot Shield just, especially like you're talking about massive with a hole cut out in a window where you can just stay behind it and not have to worry about it, and keeping it light where you can pretty much sprint in and blast people, terrible idea. All it's gonna do is cause people to get mad, cause fights, and eventually just make everybody have a bad day, except for probably the one player that's running around and smoking everybody. All right, everybody, the time you've been waiting for is here. It's time to give away the BE Headwear Beanie. Brand new one here. It is the Bluetooth just right in gray. Of course, like I told you last week, it controls your phone, lets you like talk, use it as like a hands-free headset, music, all that stuff. And let me tell you guys what, 849 comments, about 770 of those were actually questions. And believe it or not, I do actually read every single question every single week. So I do know, and I try to keep track of ones, and it hurts me sometimes because I actually answer some of your questions in these videos. And when I get to editing, the video is just so long, I have to chop some out. So I always try to save those for the next week. But yeah, this week, I followed the rules. I stuck with what was just down there. And you had some amazing, amazing questions. And it was just too hard to narrow down to the ones on the show. So tough. And I got them on here. So what I've done is everybody's name is on these little pieces of paper right here that got a question on the show. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in the beanie here. You can see it's empty right now. Let me get them, and we'll get these last few in here. So they're gonna be in the beanie. I'm gonna shake it up. I'm not gonna look at what I'm grabbing. I'm just tossing them. All right, so you can kind of see them down in there. Here we go, got all the questions. And here comes our winner. Our winner is Kid Classics. That's right, Kid Classics, congratulations. You are the winner of the BE Headwear Bluetooth beanie. I'll be in touch with you. I'll be sending a message to your YouTube channel. That way there's no confusion. I'm sending it to the wrong person. So just keep an eye on your inbox there. I'll have that to you. I'll get your personal contact information and get this in the mail out to you this week before I head out to SHOT Show. And guys, if you didn't win, don't fear. I've got another contest, and I'll give you a hint. If you watch Wednesday's review, you see the review that's coming up this Wednesday, the next one, you will see what I'm going to be giving away in the next contest. And the next contest is going to require a little bit more work, but I'm going to tell you all about that. I've already got it figured out. You'll find out about that when I announce it next show. I'm going to give you a lot of time to get it done, but it's actually going to be pretty easy to enter, so don't worry. It doesn't require a ton of work. But yeah, keep an eyes peeled. If you see what Wednesday's review is, and it's a biggie. I mean, this is a big giveaway. This isn't, little peanuts. I mean, this is a monster. Then yes, definitely. But back to it, Kid Classic. Congratulations, bro. This beanie is freaking awesome. I love mine. I've been wearing the heck out of this thing. Sometimes you get review items and they're great, but I don't use them every day. This one I use all the time in this wintertime. So you'll have this in time to finish out this season. Thanks a bunch. And again, to everybody that entered, thank you so much for entering. Thank you so much for asking these great questions. And stay tuned. I'm going to have a ton more giveaways on Mondays all throughout 2015. All right, guys, that's it for this week's Airsoftology Mondays. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I love your questions. Don't forget, ask those questions down there at this show right here, and I'll get them answered on the next one. And in fact, don't forget, this is going to be a show that's going to be a little different format, but still your questions, more of a roundtable type with a bunch of media people from the airsoft industry, and we're going to be answering these at SHOT Show. And if we get enough of them, if you got a bunch of questions, I'm going to be meeting with some of the guys from a lot of the big retailers out there, from Airsoft GI to EVIC to Airsplat to Airsoft Megastore, you name it. So we've got some good questions down there that we don't get into the next one on Monday. I'm going to maybe do little impromptu, like extra Monday shows throughout where I ask these questions to some of those other Airsoft celebrities. So that said, get your questions in. This is a really important show to ask some good ones. And just like last week, holy moly, you guys asked some fantastic questions. It was so tough to narrow it down and pick that winner, but congratulations to winning the beanie. So anyway, guys, don't forget, get it in. Next week's SHOT Show, we'll have that crazy mixed up Mondays. It's gonna be really big. It's gonna have a lot of people in it, and we're gonna be getting some live videos from the show floor. So it'll be a little different. We're not looking at a bunch of reviews next week, but all that live stuff from the floor. So guys, I'm looking forward to the next time. As always, thank you for joining me here. I enjoy our time together, and until next time, go out, have some fun, play some airsoft, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.